Hey, Peace Warriors. It's Sallyann from Heaven's Light Wellness. And today we're going to talk about something that's right up my alley. It's one of my favorite things to talk about and live with, which is guardian angels. Yes, we all have guardian angels. Absolutely, we do. Also, we have more than one. So the really interesting thing about our guardian angels, especially when we go and we get to talk to them, which, you can do through me, is that a lot of the times the guardian angels really represent a characteristic or a trait that we have in our human life. Sometimes I see them in like three-piece blue suits. Doesn't mean you've ever worn a three-piece blue suit, but I know that they're really good with numbers or business-minded. And then I'll ask, are you good with numbers or business-minded? And people will be like, yeah, I really am. That's such a good trait of mine. A lot of that times, those guardian angels, because they're there to help us have the most beautiful and perfect life, actually help influence this life for us. So while you have to work really hard, of course, at being your true authentic self, know that there is a lot of support there for you. Now, these angels that come with us, I do believe that and I have been told that they come in with us when we're born. So typically we don't know them from being earthbound, and we make deals in heaven so they get to come with us and they help us go through life. Yes, I have some of my guardian angels I've had past lives with, and they come back with. And then, yes, people that I truly love in this life and truly love me, like my grandparents, especially my grandfathers, after they've passed, they show up as a guardian angel. But they're not the first ones to come in with me, but they are there and they help guide me. So one of the other wonderful things about these guardian angels is that they are here to help you have your best life. They're not here to mess with you or send you on the wrong path. They're here to help guide us. I love when I see them standing behind us, because I always say, like a child, we like to steer our kids from behind, from a shoulder, and we'll steer them in a direction. Your guardian angels can do that as well. So which really brings up the question, how do you communicate with them? So really, it's through the third eye or your gut, as I like to say. What's your gut feeling on this? Now, through some research, because my poor son has had many concussions, I found out that the brain and the stomach are actually connected in the medical world. Well, in the spiritual and energy world, they are also connected, because you have your third eye chakra, and then you have your solar plexus or sacrum chakras that are all in that area. So it kind of makes sense that since all of our chakras are attached, especially with third eye or crown, which is your spirituality, that makes sense. That when we refer to a message from our guardian angels, or we say, gosh, I just have this gut feeling that I didn't want to get on that plane, or I really need to make a right instead of a left, or maybe not that door, but that door. And you follow through and you listen to your gut, that experience actually winds up to be a good one for you. I'm going to tell you, try and listen to your gut. I know sometimes it's really hard. Look, they're not going to be mad at you. It doesn't work that way. We have free will, and they know that, but they're just trying to help us along and steer us in this fantastic direction. One of the really great things is that when we just know that we're supported and we're loved by someone or a number of people that kind of have a better vision than us, it really helps eliminate some of the stress that everyday life can give us. So that's another really great attribute of believing in your guardian angels, and have them help us carry the burden, right? Such a beautiful thing. Let's see, what else do people ask me all the time about guardian angels? So angel signs, let's talk about that. So they do give us gifts every day, gifts of knowledge, gifts of information, gifts of affirmation. So for me, I see feathers. I started seeing feathers at the very beginning of my journey, and they always seemed to come when I questioned myself. Am I seeing this right? is this the direction I have to go? And feathers would show up, like in crazy places. One time I was actually on the phone leaning on a small chain link fence, and I was communicating with actually an animal that was passing and their owner. And I looked down, and there was a feather in the chain link fence that wasn't there when I first got there. So I was like, okay, clearly this is what needs to happen. So those messages just kind of show up. Again, I ask for feathers. You can ask for anything. You can ask for, I had a client that asked for blue butterflies. I don't even know if in nature blue butterflies existed, but that's what she asked for. And the funniest thing is she was kind of contemplating some things and had a little stress. And she said she walked into the other room and her son was watching one of the children's programming, and the screen filled with blue butterflies. Well, of course, we both cracked up laughing because that was a message. That's how she saw her blue butterflies. Now they show up on postcards and all these other like graphics that you would never think that blue butterflies was something that existed. But that's what she wanted to know. That's what she needed as the message that was not what people may, say is a normal occurrence. So, and it works. There's a story of a friend of mine who had to make a really, really big decision and kind of get out of the safe zone with work. So she wasn't sure if she should take this other job. It was Christmas time. She was heading into a big, like, corporate event. And so she said, okay, God, universe, creator, whatever word you feel comfortable with. She said, if you want me to take this job, then I want to see a green apple. Well, we all know that green apples are not the most plentiful thing in December, right? Apples are later on in the season. That's what she said. If you want me to do this, I want to see a green apple. So she said she's at this big gala and having a great time, and they're called for dessert, and everyone sits down, and out of the kitchen comes 20 waiters carrying a total of 300 baked green apples for dessert. How does that happen? So she laughed and she said, okay, I got the message. I understand. So she continued to do with what she felt her guardian angels were telling her to do. And, and she was happy about it. So I love that she shared that story with me, because I think that we think it always has to be that way, which it doesn't. It could just be sitting in a room watching a feather fall outside the window while you're talking to someone. It could be just something like that. I have a girlfriend who, unfortunately, her husband died early. So we live in Arizona, and she asked to see a red cardinal. She sees a red cardinal every single day. Red cardinals don't live in Arizona every single day. It gets to be 120 degrees here. Definitely we get a little bit in the Phoenix area, but she sees one every single day. So we know that her husband, the angels, are protecting her and watching over her every single day. Again, not something that you would normally see. So I want you to ask for what you need, right? Your guardian angels want you to have your best life. Ask for what you need. Ask for the unbelievable. So this way you can have proof that you're not by yourself, that you can have evidence and have a moment with your guardian angels, just the two of you. Like, do that for yourself. I think it's so rewarding and comforting and freeing to know that there are people that have your back no matter what. And they don't ask for anything for it. It's not conditional. It is pure, unconditional love. So accept that in your life, bring it in, and make that happen for yourself. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you guys start asking for what you need when it comes to how you feel, like what your gut feels, being aware of that, being present for yourself. So, don't gaslight yourself. It's not fake. It's not a coincidence. I had someone tell me recently, the universe isn't lazy enough for coincidence. It's all a big plan. I like to think that. And I like to think that that's guided through the spirits that have decided to come down with you to this earth so you can have your best life. All right, you guys, if you have any questions, let me know below. Check out our podcast and also our website and our blog. We like to communicate in lots of ways for you. And then, if you're on the website and you have some questions or you want to reach out to your guardian angels, let me know. The majority of my clients are on the phone. So we talk to people internationally around the world, all over the United States, because we can. Because I get to, with my guardian angels, talk to your guardian angels so you can have your perfect life. All right? Go off, smile, know that you're loved. All right, Peace Warriors? Talk to you soon. Bye.